On July 11th, 2019, 10-year-old Talia Forrest was out for an evening bike ride with her best friend on Black Rock Road in Victoria County, Nova Scotia. While out on that bike ride, Talia was hit by a drunk driver in a hit and run. Talia's friend frantically searched for her but couldn't find her. All she could see was broken parts of the bike and pieces of vehicle on the road. Noelle McLean encountered Talia's friend on the road screaming for help, saying that she had been hit and she thought that Talia was dead. McLean directed Talia's friend to go get her mother and then come back and search for Talia. Eventually, Talia was found on the front lawn of a nearby home. She was laying on her side, covered in blood. Her friend's mother rolled her to her back and began CPR until paramedics arrived. Talia was transported to Cape Breton Regional Hospital, but she unfortunately succumbed to her injuries. RCMP was directed to suspect Colin Tweedy. They noted that physical debris, paint chips, and a bumper found at the scene of the collision matched that of the 2004 Nissan Xterra found at Tweedy's home. And DNA evidence recovered from the front of the vehicle was a match to Talia's. Tweedy was charged with dangerous operation of a motor vehicle causing death, impaired driving causing a death, failing to stop at an accident involving a death, and obstruction of justice. During the trial, Talia's friend testified, "I saw a car swerving and I had a bad feeling that something bad was going to happen. I looked behind me and saw Talia's bike underneath the car. I heard squealing noises and began screaming for help." There was 6 days of testimony and 14 witnesses called to the stand. Witnesses testified that Tweedy had been drinking on the night of the collision, that he ignored traffic signs cautioning children at play, and expert testimony stating that he would have had to cross the center line to hit Talia. Tweedy admitted that he was driving the car that was involved in the collision that caused Talia's death. He also admitted drinking 4 to 5 beers in the hours leading up to the collision, with the last one being at 9:30 p.m. Ultimately, he was acquitted for the 3 main charges and received probation for obstruction. In her decision, Justice Mona Lynch stated that the Crown did not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Tweedy had been driving impaired or recklessly, despite officers testifying in the trial that he had elevated blood alcohol levels, and picture evidence showing several empty beer bottles and cans in his car. She also questioned the credibility of Talia's friend's testimony. The Crown chose to appeal, and in January 2023, a panel of 3 judges unanimously agreed for a retrial. To date, 2 scheduled hearings have been pushed off regarding the retrial. Talia's family has waited over 3 years to get the justice they deserve. Let's get justice for Talia.